Welcome to Newsioso, new, exciting wartime stories, in our sincere opinions.
We begin our Newscast broadcast tonight with a heartfelt story from the little town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. What can you tell us about that, Karen?
Well, just a few hours ago, 50,000 people gathered on the Gettysburg battlefield to commemorate soldiers who have fulfilled their service in the war. Today, President Lincoln delivered his inspiring speech in honor of the soldiers who had died on the battlefield and to remember the courage it required to fight the war for their nation's future. He proudly said that we are highly resolved that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not vanish from the earth. Also,
I'm afraid I'm going to have to interrupt you there, Karen. We have some breaking news from the Appomattox Courthouse. Generals Lee and Grant are discussing the South surrender. Live to Hannah at the scene.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, I'm here live at the Appomattox Courthouse, where Robert E. Lee and Ulysses S. Grant are deep in discussion. Let's see what's happening.
It is all my fault. It is I who have lost this fight. I just want to make it clear that I'm not surrendering. Not yet. I just want to hear your terms.
Of course. Let me write them down for you.
Right. Many of my men mounted their own. If I surrender to you, will they lose them?
No, I'm a fair man. The men can keep their horses.
I don't want any more of my men to die in battle. Or yours. I surrender.
Why, thank you. I'm glad we need fight no longer. I'm glad we settled this decision like men.
Next time we fight battle, I hope we're both on the same side. Yay!
stop! The war is over! The rebels are our countrymen again!
Wow, with one man's decision, the Civil War is finally over. More on the commander of the Southern Forces after this break.
All our soldiers out there, do you ever get frustrated when your old rusty bullets don't cut through flesh and bone effortlessly? Do your old bullets weigh you down and make you sad? Well, you're in luck! Our new mini ball bullets are more compact, easier to carry, and best of all, more effective in cutting through the flesh and bone of the enemy. And don't worry if you're Union or Confederate. We sell to both sides.
Oh, hi. I'm Melissa Brown. I'm an intern, and I'm sitting in for our main newscasters because they didn't have anyone else. Anyways, now we're going back to Hannah to find out more about Robert E. Lee.
Robert E. Lee, the brains behind the South's military power. Lee is, and has always been above all, a man of duty. This is the true reason behind his original studies in war. He was a brilliant military commander and fought and won many battles. When the Civil War started, Lee had to make an agonizing decision. His state had seceded from his country. Which would he choose? No one could truly comprehend how hard his final choice was. It split his family apart. His wife and kids favored the Union side, and many of his cousins and fellow officers joined the Union. He was not fond of the Civil War in any way. He once said, the war was an unnecessary condition of affairs and might have been avoided if forbearance and wisdom had been practiced on both sides. He also later said that taking a military education was the greatest mistake of his life. After the war ended, he became a professor at the Washington College, where he was much beloved by his students.
In other news, President Lincoln he's just passed another Reconstruction law, and our viewers are wondering, what is this Reconstruction thing anyway? To Karen for our answer.
Well, Melissa, as the Reconstruction continues, many are asking the very question, We live in the Reconstruction era of improving the United States state of being and society. For example, education is offered publicly for all interested pupils who would like a good education at no cost. Although this era has reached its positive peak, what goes up must come down. We are no longer the fiscally strong country we once were. We are in a national debt crisis and poverty-stricken as a nation. Therefore, the Reconstruction is proving a remarkable chapter in the story of our American freedom.
Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm sure that will reassure our viewers. Now, to end our broadcast tonight, something to think about. Jackie?
As news of the Reconstruction to end reaches our ears, we all have mixed feelings. President Hayes has followed through on his promise to remove all troops from the South. As we speak, segregation is running rampant in most southern states. New laws, known as black codes, limit the freedoms of blacks and stop them from enjoying all the liberties that the white man can. Also, Jim Crow laws have become popular, separating blacks and whites, giving them different libraries, swimming pools, and even drinking fountains. Many question the morality of this. Are Jim Crow laws and black codes, in their own way, forms of slavery? To all our southern viewers, we do not wish offense and we do not want to sound biased. However, just think about something for a second. Is this the way we want our country to proceed? Split and divided? Just something to think about. And that is how we end our Newscast broadcast this week. If you have any comments on today's newscast, you can reach us on our Facebook wall or at Twitter at #NewscastBroadcast. Good night and goodbye.